Rated M for mature.
Hello everyone and welcome back to Let's Play Persona 3 FES. And in the previous video we went to Mitsuru's vacation home in southern Japan, which was pretty darn rad, and we had some, well, a couple of events that transpired there, like getting our new party member, Aigis, who is a robot maid. Yeah, I have a lot to say about Aigis, but I think I'll say them at a later time. Yeah, right before we go to bed, we're going to, well, I guess we can't go outside, really. So we'll just go and study for the night.
Good morning. Please wake up. Mission accomplished.
Wait a second. You're an alarm clock, too?
It has not triggered yet. The paper on the wall says, do things 5 minutes early. Therefore, I woke you up 5 minutes in advance.
Hey, are you awake? That girl disappeared, and we can't find her anywhere. Think you can help us out? She might have gone out on her own, like she did in Yakushima.
I am not a girl. I am Aigis, and I am here.
Huh? Aigis, how did you...
He was asleep, so I unlocked the door.
That's unlawful entry. Didn't we tell you to stay in the command room at night?
I propose to be on standby in this room from now on. Is this acceptable?
What? No, it's not acceptable.
If there is a problem, then I will address it promptly.
The problem is, it's against dorm regulations. Well, don't just sit there, tell her.
Yeah, there's not allowed to be any robot girls inside my dorm room. It's kind of a new thing.
See? He agrees.
I will do as told.
All right, I'll have a room prepared for you on the 3rd floor. You can stay there. Oh, and don't leave the dorm by yourself, okay?
I will do as commanded.
I'm tired. I have practice this morning, so I gotta go.
Everyone goes to a place called school in the morning. I comprehend.
Well, wasn't that a tiny bit awkward? Apparently, Aigis wants to stay very close to us, and it was a little too close to us. It was in our room, and hey, the results for our exams have been posted, so let's go check those out. I severely doubt we'll be #1 this time, just because our academics are still not high enough. But let's see. Let's be optimistic. Well, let's try that. And we see our name, and no, we're top 10. Not bad, actually. Everyone's looking at you. Ooh. I don't know why we scratched our head like we could have done better, because we literally couldn't have, but yeah. Lunch is over, and it's time to head back to the classroom, and today we're gonna hang out with... I don't actually remember. I guess let's actually hang out with, yeah, we're gonna hang out with Kenji, why not? Seems like it's pretty good. And yeah, since we have Pompo, the magician should be getting maxed out relatively soon, since we've had the social link since the beginning of the game. Back in April, for crying out loud, but yeah, we're almost done with it. And Kenji is not today gonna eat at a ramen shop. Instead, we're at the duck burger place. What's wrong? Why won't you eat your duck burger? It's delicious. Dude, listen to this, man. I've gotten into some serious trouble. I saw a magazine on Amiri's coffee table. Guess it was called Occult Living. Ugh. No, it's apparently a bride-to-be. Wow, how'd you guess? You're amazing. Because, well, I'm looking at the strategy guide. That's how I saw it. When I saw the magazine, I began to think. made up my mind, man. When I graduate, I'm gonna marry her. Really, your first girlfriend you're gonna marry? Okay, man, I support your decision. Thanks, Johnny, for always telling me what I want to hear, not what I should hear. Yeah, you're a good friend. I'm seriously in love with Amiri. I'm gonna marry her. He's apparently raising his voice and being rather loud. Then Amiri will be known as Amiri Tomochika. I'll make her the happiest wife ever. Everyone's staring at her except the guy that isn't. To the left of me, he's not staring at her at all. I want your support, dude. You're gonna be my best man. So apparently Kenji is pretty determined to get married to his teacher, who he apparently loves with all of his heart. And as a result, the social link goes up to rank 7 for the magician. And alright, after some wild duck fries, I suppose, today would be an awesome day to go to Tartarus, considering, well, we have Aigis now, and I didn't do not too bad. Thanks, Fuka, for asking. Did you know Mitsumura Senpai Sora? Wow, she's amazing. Bullcrap, how'd she get higher than me? I was even cheating. In 2 weeks, the moon will be full again. Yeah, good point. We better get prepared by going to Tartarus, and yeah, the apathy syndrome members. Only 6 more shadows to go, and if they keep appearing in groups of 2, it'll probably be really easy, and yeah, that's true. Let's keep at it. I agree 100%. So yeah, let's, yep, everybody's here. Let's go to Tartarus today. Whoa. I think, yeah, everyone should be in good condition. Okay, I'll tell the others. Let's go to Tartarus and go to the next block. As you remember, we unlocked the next block really early on, but there weren't a lot of opportunities to go there because of exams. Now that the exams have been completed and we got top 10, you know, we have a pretty good chance of clearing out all of Tartarus. Now I want to check something in particular. I guess all the way over here. Let's check her status. I do believe that... No, she's only good. Here's her persona if you were curious. It's kind of like an electric spear. Not really too big a fan of her in general, but whatever. And yeah, she's weak to electricity, even though her persona is using electricity. But really quickly, I must save, because you have to all the time. Because when making a Let's Play, if things go awry, which has a tendency to happen sometimes, you want to have backup saves. That's why Let's Players like Let's Playing games that have multiple saves, so they can copy their saves and, you know, blah, 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 blah. Anywho. So now that that has been said, let's hop up and go to the next block of Tartarus. Yeah, it's been a long time. We've been in the second block for a good chunk of the game, and there's really no reason to stay here any longer. The shadows aren't really giving us great EXP, yada yada yada, and I need to make sure I have the right persona equipped. Yep, Wampo. Okay, we're doing good. So, now that we've beaten the Intrepid Knight and the next area has been open, it's time for another Tartarus session, which I know everyone loves. I feel like some people like the Tartarus sessions and some people do not. Personally, I like them because it's like you're just going into the unknown, and yeah. I haven't mentioned this before, mostly because I forgot. I'm kind of playing this game semi-blind since it's been like 2 to 3 years, I think, since I played this game last. But right after a Guardian of Tartarus, the next floors are not going to have as many shadows just because they want you to get to the next block safely and soundly. And I do want that treasure chest very badly. And let's see if going for those that... Nah, that was really not worth it. A Zyanga gem? That's not really something I'm too heavily interested in. Ooh, not going that way. Even though I'm pretty sure that's where the stairs are, but that's alright. Nope, actually they're over here. Guess I wasn't really... Good thing I didn't go that way after all. So, just a couple more floors and we'll be to the next block. This is honestly like some of the most boring part of the game, because it's like, yeah, we've been here, done that. Give us the new enemies already. So we can defeat them, and let's just get past this little dude. And go up to floor 64. Yeah. Now that we're up here, yeah, I kind of forgot to get the old document. I didn't want to go back up again, though, because I got distracted with that bleeding face, but yeah. It's not really too big of a deal that I didn't turn that request in. Just gives you, like, some items. Not a big deal. I think it actually gives you a ton of money, but it does not matter, because we are going to the next block of Tartarus, Yabbashah, which is Jewish for something. I don't exactly remember. And the enemies here are significantly stronger than the last block. Obviously, they should be in the early 20s. No, Akihiko, I don't want to talk to you. I want to run from the shadow so we don't get ambushed by the first shadow we fight in an area. There we go, we got him. Just had to be a little fast and use the circle button to turn ourselves around. And okay, I have no idea. Dogmatic. Wow, I do not remember this at all. If I remember, oh gosh, I have no clue what they'd be weak to. Something tells me not to use fire, though, so I'm going to go to... I really don't know. This is a really big problem. I need more personas that do wind-based attacks. And maybe ice. Heck, anything but what I'm doing right now. Okay, so we're going to do this dude, and then we're going to do Magaru, and just hope we can do some decent damage. Oh, that actually did pretty good. 50s, that's not too terrible. I guess Yukari is going to follow our train and do her own Magaru, which does way less damage. And oh gosh, here we go. The Mazios. And okay, good. I was actually thinking correctly. Poizima, not too bad. These enemies are going to get kind of annoying because they do not have any innate weakness, which, yeah, not everything in Persona has to have a weakness. That's one thing you learn, like, mid-game. You're like, wait, it's not weak to anything? And you just, like, have a mini panic attack, but yeah. Yukari, get yourself up. You gotta do some damage next turn, or just totally get knocked down again. Either one's fine with me. And the piercing attack, what the? Can it shoot, like, lasers out of its eyes? Okay, whatever, game. So yeah, these enemies are gonna be pretty aggravating. I need to find, I'm pretty sure there is a Persona coming up that will learn decent Garu attacks that I'm gonna fuse for the next Tartarus Guardian of this floor, so yeah, that'll be pretty cool, but I'm pretty sure I need level 25 to fuse him, I think. And hey, the counter actually activated from Akihiko's held item, so that's pretty cool. Yeah, Akihiko's a Pokemon, he has held item. I don't know, that's just the, another word for it. And alright, we are done with the first encounter of enemies. Fortuna, you don't say. Ooh. I definitely want this Persona because she is of the Megami. Actually, no, she's not Megami. That's in another game entirely. But she's of the Fortune Arcana, which we actually sort of need. And she's also really good for fusing because, you know, you usually want to, like, spread out what personas you have that can fuse into other things. You usually just want to have a bunch of Arcanas and make sure they're decently leveled. And oh boy, Killer Twins. Let's see what these dudes are weak to. I believe it is fire. So if we go into Huanpu, which I'm pretty sure is like Chinese, but whatever. We're going to hit these guys up with an Agilo. The reason we are not going to use a Miragi, which usually would just do tons of damage, is because these tower things, dogmatic towers, are going to block it, and that's obviously bad. Alright, let's just wrap this turn off with a Racunda on this. No, I want to... Okay, I'm going to use like some actual tactics for once. So Junpei, I'm going to assign you this target, and Akihiko is also going to be on that target because I'm going to use Racunda on it, and hopefully it's going to do a ton of damage. The reason is I do not want Akihiko and Junpei to attack those two enemies that are still knocked down because that is not really what I'm concerned with. I'm concerned with, what the heck, why aren't they using their personas? Oh gosh, they have Mind Charge and Zionga. Ooh, that is not a good combo. Regardless though, we should be able to take them down relatively easily. Relatively easily. Okay, game. Or me. And oh boy, why did Yukari wake those two up? That's such a stupid move. She might be dead. Yeah, that's what she gets for doing that. Oh well, I have no remorse, honestly. Anywho, we could easily just go into, what's it called? This dude, Narcissus, and use a Magaru, which should knock out most of everything on here. And we really gotta get some more revival beads if my party members are gonna keep dying all the time. That's partially my fault for being a terrible leader. Anyways, so, yeah, great, he's gonna use double fangs and hopefully do some good damage. There we go, perfect. So, we got through that fight with minimal casualties. I probably should have healed up, but hey, it's no big deal. So let's revive Yukari. I guess I'm a little underleveled. No, I don't really think so, actually. Oh well, doesn't really matter. I definitely should have healed up. Probably definitely kind of should have. Whatever. So let's talk to Aki. He's going to heal us up, and we should probably not stay on this floor for that long, because there's a mechanic which I never got around to explaining. Oh gosh, dang it, I got hit. Oh, there's actually not an initiative. And you guys again. I am getting a little tired of fighting those dudes anyways. Another odd morsel. It's not really that great. If you could, would you kindly heal us, Yukari, and that'd be great. Okay, so far the first floor is kind of kicking our butt. That's okay. It's to be expected. Let's get past you really quickly. Don't run into the walls. Use your map if you get lost. And come up here and try and find the stairs, because honestly, this part of Tartarus is mightily annoying. Can you? Yabbashah is going to start kicking your butt if you're not prepared, which I'm actually not. I don't have any good wind personas, but eventually we'll be starting a social link, which is going to give us a ton of wind persona opportunities. Let's see what this dude is. Oh, yep, these are new enemies. Actually, no, those are old enemies. But these silent books are not. So, now let's think here. Lustful snakes are obviously weak to ice, and these silent books, though, should be weak to fire. The way I kind of remember things like that, so they're books, right? The books, if you burn them, they're weak to fire. If you get those kind of things in your mind, like little reminders, you should be okay. Like the snakes, they shrivel up because they're cold. You know, stuff like that. I don't know. That's always how I remember certain personas' weaknesses. Let's go to Huampo and use Aguilo on the two ones in the back. That should work out fine. And yeah, I need to grind up money super bad, because I've realized Junpei has had the same sword for like 2 levels of Tartarus. That's kind of ridiculous. We need him to have a better weapon. And okay, they're all down, so let's go for the all-out attack and use massive damage. I don't really know what those silent books, I'm pretty sure they only resist wind, and that's it. They don't really do that much, honestly. And alright, the second lustful snake goes down. It's kind of a repeat from the last area, but hey, it's forgivable. I mean, it's Atlas for crying out loud. You know, early on in like 2006, they weren't the most well-known of, you know, game developers. It's just recently with Persona 4 that their popularity has even surpassed Square Enix and many RPG players' eyes, including my own, because, you know, there's just not very many bad Atlas games. They've just really kicked it up a notch at the turn of the century, you know? I don't know, that's just how I see it. And alright, this place is being a little more forgiving, and you know, we're just gonna probably work our way up, and oh, look at this, yeah. We're just gonna work our way up to the next teleporter, and then probably do a little bit of leveling. And oh, it's the change relic again, except this time is the creation relic. These guys, you just don't want to do any Garu or holy attacks. It's not preferred because they're only weak to Mudo, which we currently do not have. Okay, Mazio, that can go through. So as long as Yukari does not actually hit the enemies, and please, okay, there you go. That's all they do. They use Garu and garbage like that, and sick! She's got the crit. Awesome. And she just should do another crit, and there we go. So one of them has already been defeated. Junpei's just going to do the Assault Drive. It's going to do over half its health. Actually, I think I did that, but no, he definitely did that. And a second Aguilo from Huampo is going to take down the Shadow. So yeah, that one's pretty kind of easy, honestly. It's not really that difficult, and oh boy, do I risk it. Okay, so this hasn't happened yet, but that card has the Sign of Death on it. Now, if you get that, the Grim Reaper will spawn on your floor. Who is the Grim Reaper? He's not who you think he is. He's this crazy, uber powerful shadow that you really cannot defeat. He is way too strong for... Well, he actually scales with the level of Tartarus that you're on, so in the later levels he gets stronger and stronger, basically. Now, he can also spawn in a different way. If you stay too long on a floor, you know, you're just grinding up personas, Fuku will just sense death, which is literally death, the Grim Reaper, and will come and find you and kill you. Hopefully he will not kill you, but the chance that he will is very high. Oh, a mock wheel. Let's actually scan that dude. I have no... Something tells me that he's weak to electricity, but I honestly don't remember. Usually those enemies, though, are weak to it, so I'm going to go to Oberon. Is Oberon... Okay, he's only weak to ice. So we're going to try Oberon and try and do a Mazio. Let's see how that goes. Okay, let's see, is he weak to that? Yes, he is. Super. So, now if we can rely on the rest of our team to... Akiko, you really shouldn't have knocked that. That's really bad. No, he's also weak to wind. Cool. So, we're going to use the Assault Drive on apparently the wrong target. Okay, whatever, and he's going to use Double Fangs. Actually, well, I was kind of afraid of that enemy, but it really didn't do that much. Okay. Using Garula. I'm terrible at everything. I know, guys. I try to talk way too fast, and then my tongue gets a little tied, and that's, when you're a commentator, not a good thing. It's something I gotta work on, but yeah. We're just gonna spam a second Mazio. Hopefully this doesn't kill the one in the back. It did. If it didn't, though, I could have got off another one, which would have been cool, but actually I couldn't have, because it wouldn't have been one more. And yeah, these enemies are luckily... No. Gosh dang it. So basically, everything just self-destructed and just, you know, it's going to make us waste more SP. It's kind of aggravating, and yeah. Gonna pick up some coin. These weapons, they are level 4 and stuff, but it's not really a big deal since we can buy better weapons once we have enough yen. So yeah, let's talk to Akihiko real fast and heal up. Probably gonna have to be healing up in between every new shadow. Because, well, these guys are doing a ton of damage to us, that's why. And alright, the floor is right there. Actually, the stairs. What am I talking about? And alright, we're doing pretty good so far. Our SP is relatively high. And we haven't lost, we only lost Yukari, and yeah, I'm probably just gonna skip a couple floors. I'm trying to see and look at my chart which enemies we have not come into contact with yet, and so far, if we run into a golden beetle, we've pretty much seen all the ones that we can on this block so far. Hey, we gotta level up, and we're level 24. We need 25 to fuse the next persona that I really want, because he's cool and stuff. Which we may do in this episode, not sure. It's depending on how fast we get to the next teleporter. So, yeah, we are starting to run into repeats, so I'm going to start cutting out more battles. It's mostly because, well, we're just defeating the enemies so quickly. Now I want to see what this dude is. I think he'll be... yeah, this guy. The Original Knight. This guy is scary, guys. He has 765 HP and is only weak to instant kill attacks. Let me see if I have any of those. No, don't have them. We're gonna run away from this guy for the time being. The real sucker for this guy is that he doesn't even give good EXP. He doesn't even give good items. And he can appear pretty much anywhere on this floor. He's a giant turd. And hey, we actually got shoes. Shoes are something I haven't actually had a chance to talk about because it never really came up. They basically increase your evasion. They can also have bonus effects like reduces stumble, which is us missing, which preferably we should probably give to Junpei, but these are really good, and you pretty much want to give the best equipment to your protagonist that you can afford to do so. And alright, more of the same old dance, but we're almost to the next boss. We just have to get past a couple of shadows, and we'll be right there. And hey, we actually made it, so good timing, since everyone was getting sort of low. That's obviously not good. But yeah, we're going to need a very strong Garu-wielding persona for this next boss battle, which I'm not looking forward to. So let me go downstairs, heal up, and, you know, grind and see if I can get to level 25 and fuse this new guy up. And alright, after a lot of wacky shenanigans in Tartarus leveling up, we are now the desired level. Unfortunately, Junpei and Yukari had to go back to the dorm, and I'm pretty sure Akihiko is almost as tired. But yeah, back to the Velvet Room. We're going to be doing a lot of fusing here. First off, we're going to do a request from Liz to get a very special item. Now, get used to seeing this. I decided I'm gonna show most of these just because you may not know how to get these items or the most efficient way on how to fuse these personas to get with what you want. And yeah, we're gonna come down here and accept the request to... where on earth is it? I do not know. Gonna look forward real fast. A Jack Frost with Dia. Yeah. So with this, there is no deadline at all. That's just the way it is. Most of these fusion things do not require a deadline, thus we can pretty much do them whenever we want. Now that we have a lot more money and our pockets are a little more open, we might as well do this now. And okay, Alp, and where on earth is it? Okay, Ominokane. It's gonna make Jack Frost, and there it is. First try, it has Dia. All you have to do is get Ominokane and Alp to fuse the sucker up, and he's gonna have Dia. If he doesn't, just soft reset till you get it. Now, I don't mean literally soft reset as like soft resetting your PS2 or PS3 or whatever. Just X out of the fusion, then redo it, and eventually he's gonna get it, and Jack Frost is gonna level up a ton. Like a lot. Nice boost and all that jazz. But he's not gonna get to his final scale because he's not that high level yet. Anyways, so now that we have the Jack Frost with Dia, all we have to do is go into the, where on earth is it? Okay, there's only two options. I mean, and she'll be like, oh, thank you. Enjoy this armor for girls. Now, the high-cut armor is a little provocative. It essentially changes the appearance of one of your female party members. Yeah, but more on that later. Next, we have accepted the request. Fuse a Valkyrie with Turokaja. Now, I believe this is the second time that we fuse a Valkyrie, but this is pretty much essential, so we're going to get a Fornaris, who has the Turokaja skill by default, and then, do I have him? Okay, we have him already. Good, good. Next, we're going to fuse our next persona, which is going to be, we're going to take Fornaris and Yomotsu Shikome to make Valkyrie. And yes, Yeah, that'll do. She has, it's kind of funny, she has Auto Tarakaja and Tarakaja, but you naturally do not need both of those. Now that we have fused this persona, we can now continue and get the item from Liz's request that I desperately want. And yes, unfortunately, she's going to level up a bit too. I wish there was a way to skip this. Hopefully that's in like Persona 5, because if I remember, it's still in Persona 4, so I don't know. But yeah, if like you don't learn any new skills, why does it matter? And Dodge Slash, why the heck not? Turn into Resist Ice, which is not really that great of a skill to pass on. Unless something is deathfully weak to ice. And now that has been taken care of, time to turn it in again. But we are not done yet. I know this is going to be a pretty lengthy video. It's funny to think we did all of this inside of Tartarus. We saw like 30 minutes, but you know how it is. I might as well leave this text on screen. And with it, I will award you the item to fuse Pale Rider of the Death Arcana. You see, Pale Rider is going to be very helpful in defeating the next boss, which I may do, probably not next episode, but later in the week. Now I need to combine a couple of personas to make Pale Rider, which in itself is going to be kind of a pain. First one we're going to need is, where on earth is it? Crap, I think I passed it. Oh gosh, dang it. We're going to need an Angel of the Justice Arcana. It's kind of funny, we're going to fuse like the embodiment of death, or one of the 4 horsemen, with an angel, but yeah, we're going to do that, and next we're going to take it, and we're going to do a normal spread. Take the angel, and wait a second. Yeah, okay. I'm looking at my notes. We need a Zhao Chao 10 of the Chariot. He's going to be very helpful because, well, we need him to fuse the Pale Rider, since, you know how fusing works. I don't need to elaborate more on that. And yeah, this is one of the 4 devas of Shinto Buddhist belief. He's kind of like a demigod, I think. I don't really know how Shinto belief really works, but he's important in Buddhism, and he's a pretty strong guy. He's of the Chariot, so if you're curious, you can search up all the compendium info online at ShinMegami-Tensei-Wiki.com if you're curious about that. But now, we need to do a triangle spread. Now, this is semi-controversial, but I'm going to be ditching some of my personas I don't really need anymore. First one is going to be Zhao Chao 10, then Jack Frost, then we're going to combine Narcissus to make the Pale Rider, aka the Grim Reaper. This guy is extremely powerful, and I know we're not going to see the heart item we get from Narcissus, but if I remember, it's not necessarily that good. And he's going to go up 3, or actually, he's not going to go up any EXP. Well, he is going to go up levels, but I don't really know how many levels that is. And there he is, Pale Rider. I know we did a lot of work to do this, but trust me, this guy is very strong, and man, he looks cool. Alright, he's going to level up 1 time and increase his magic a little bit and get Garula, which is going to help us in our next boss battle, which is very helpful. And that's all we needed, though. With that being said, yeah, getting this guy is quite the pain, but he's going to be super helpful in the rest of Yabbashah. So, getting him, you don't have to do it. There's tons of personas with Garula, but I just find him to be super convenient and super helpful. Now, before we go, we need to do... where on earth is it? Come on, where are you? Oh my gosh, it's not even that big. We need to resummon some personas that we're going to need for social links tomorrow, so might as well get them now. We're going to need a Chimera, who's of the Chariot. And I think that's it. Yeah, that's pretty much it. With that being said, though, thank you all so much for watching this episode of Let's Play Persona 3 FES. And, oh, actually, we're not done yet. I need to do this before we go. We need Take Mizakatsuchi, who is of the Emperor. He's a very powerful persona. And yeah, that's pretty much it. He's gonna get Zyanga in 2 more levels, and I guess those skills are okay. If I remember, Take Mikazuchi, I think I'm saying that right, is like the thunder god of Japan, or at least one of the lesser deities. Or actually, no, he's not lesser, he's like a major deity. But he is, nevertheless, pretty good. He's only weak to ice, and you actually resist slashing attacks, which can be pretty rad. And Zyanga, so that's Zio level 2. We now have that in our arsenal. Now I am finished and going to end the episode off. And yeah, he's in the Sea of Our Soul. Thank you all so much for watching this episode. We got done with a pretty good chunk of Yabbashah. We saw the whole plethora of shadows that we can encounter. And in the next episode, we're going to continue on making social links with our friends. So see you guys then. Bye.